Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise.
Good morning. Welcome to the Sacramento Center for Spiritual Living and our Sacred Sunday service virtually. I'm Ruth Hall, President of the Board of Trustees and your production manager for today. Please remember that this service is being recorded and we post it on YouTube and on social media. And if you go to our website, that's where you can find all of the previous videos of our Sacred Sunday services, also information about our classes and our upcoming events, and also a place where you can donate to help us continue on this service. And now, without further ado, I'd like to welcome our practitioner of the day, Margie Lukefeld. This beautiful soul shared with us last Sunday in person her newfound talent of sign language, and we're hoping she'll continue to do that in the future. It was so much fun, Margie. We'd like to welcome her and ask her to lead us in our invocation.
Thank you, Ruth. And taking a deep breath in this beautiful April day, knowing that the presence of the One is with us, the divine presence of all there is. And as I know this presence is here, I know I am certainly one with this beautiful divine presence of harmony and peace and balance and joy and all that's good and all that's God. And as I know this for me, I absolutely know it for each one on this Zoom meeting and each one in our lives. And so I bless our service today, knowing we will hear the perfect message this fine April day for each one of us, and enjoy our music and our talents that we all share. And so we say, and so it is. And okay. And now I'd like to have you join us in prayer and go online for a request for our website at saccsl.org/pray and put in a request, because we love to pray. This is our chosen ministry, and we believe so much in prayer that we get many good feedbacks, and we love hearing from you. So do put us down for prayer, and we'll be right on it. And please enjoy our readings. The full symphony of your real self can only be heard when all the windows of your mind are open to the fullness of life. Raymond Charles Barker. You are not separated from nature. We are all part of the one life that manifests itself in countless forms throughout the universe forms that are all completely interconnected at Cartole. A new moon teaches gradualness and deliberation and how one gives birth to oneself slowly. Patience with small details makes perfect a large work like the universe. Rumi, the essential Rumi. And let me introduce our own resident, Doug VanWoerkom. He has shared his own original poems with us for over many years, as well as his poetry of Rumi, Hafiz, and other spiritual masters. It's always such a great pleasure to hear Doug. And this Sunday, he is presenting a poem by Rumi. Please welcome Doug VanWoerkom. Yay!
Good morning, everyone. The poem this morning is by Rumi, a 13th century Sufi mystical poet. Here he talks about the importance and the value of remembering why we are here in this life and how easy it is to be distracted by the world around us and the risks of those distractions. This is a Coleman Barks translation of Rumi's poem called "The One Thing You Must Do." There is one thing in this world that you must never forget to do. If you forget everything else, but not this, then there's nothing to worry about. If you remember everything else and forget this, then you'll have done nothing with your life. It's as if a king or a queen had sent you to some country to do a task, yet you perform 100 other services, but not the one you were sent to do. So human beings come into this world to do particular work. That work is the purpose, and each is specific to the person. If you don't do it, it's as if a priceless Indian sword were being used to cut rotten meat. It's a golden bowl being used to cook turnips in, when one filing from that bowl could buy 100 suitable pots. It's like a knife of the finest tempering nailed into the wall to hang things on. You'll say, but look, I'm using the dagger. It's not lying idle. Do you hear how ludicrous that sounds when for a penny, an iron nail could be bought to serve for that? You'll say, but I spend my energies on lofty enterprises. I study jurisprudence, philosophy, logic, astrology, medicine, and all the rest. But consider why you do these things. They are all branches of yourself. Remember the deep root of your being, the presence of your Lord. Give yourself to the one who already owns your breath and your moments. If you don't, you'll be like the one who takes a precious dagger and hammers it into the kitchen wall for a peg to hold a dipper gourd. You'll be wasting valuable keenness and forgetting your dignity and your purpose. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. That was wonderful. And that really began my talk. So hold that one in mind. I've said it before, and I suspect I will be saying it all year. I love this year's theme, living everyday wonder, because every day is a wonder. We never know really what will happen, what amazing opportunities await us, and what challenges will be called to meet with new solutions based on new ideas. Life can turn at a moment. So it makes sense this month that we're looking at the wonder of everyday creativity. But first, the big picture. Creativity is who and what we are and how we came to be. There is a singular, powerful energy, a consciousness or awareness that we call God or Spirit, that is bigger than the greatest idea of creativity you could ever think of. In a powerful burst, in a moment of uncontained exuberance, all that is in form began. Now, the scientists call it the Big Bang Theory, and it is the prevailing model explaining the existence of the observable universe from the very beginning and through its ongoing evolution, from initial quantum reality to the entire known universe, galaxies and galaxies of stars and planets full of infinite possibilities. Now, we've always known that there was a divine beginning, whether we call it the Big Bang or Genesis. I went to the Sistine Chapel display in Davis on Friday and was bowled over by the 3 panels Michelangelo painted representing the beginning of the world. He, of course, painted it in the understanding of his times, so there was an idealized male being as the cause of initial creation. This does not, however, detract from the power of his representation of the separation of light from darkness, the creation of the sun and the moon and the planets, and the separation of land from the sea. Michelangelo's images capture a visceral sense of the power present in those acts of initial creation. What makes us think that our creation is any less powerful? What makes you think that your creation is any less powerful? It is that same exuberant, divine creative urge that cannot and will not be denied that has caused each of us to be in this time and in this place. Specifically, us, and specifically this time and place. God, Spirit, will always call for your attention and your unique expression. Seen or unseen, Spirit always creates. Through every breathtaking scenic vista, as well as every person and every challenge. Spirit creates through you and your life. Don't ever doubt it. Spirit, however, does not force itself upon us. This is the whole free will gig that we keep coming back to. We get to choose how much and when we allow that might and power and creativity of Spirit to express in and as our life. Science of Mind has a truism. We say there is a power for good in the world, and most of you can finish that sentence. There is a power for good in the world, and we can use it. Now, implicit in that statement is that we don't have to use it. It's our choice. Did you know that Michelangelo was not well known as a painter prior to the Sistine Chapel? Oh, he could paint, but that's not what he was famous for. Up to that point, he was famous for being a sculptor. In fact, the Pope brought him to Rome to sculpt a crypt and then handed him the job of painting the Sistine Chapel. What would have happened if Michelangelo had said, "Oh no, I'm not that good of a painter. I just can't do that. I'm a sculptor." He was given both a tremendous technical challenge as well as an artistic challenge. And he let Spirit guide and move through him. And now we have the incredible gift of the Sistine Chapel. Again, Spirit does not force itself upon us. Michelangelo chose to take the challenge and become the painter we know today. We have to choose to express Spirit, and how we make these choices is the essence of creativity. It's as if God plants this one-of-a-kind, unique, and irreplaceable seed within us and dares us to discover and grow it into the person we were designed to be. Rumi's poem that began this talk speaks so clearly to this. Remember, there is one thing in this world which you must never forget to do. If you forget everything else and not this, then there's nothing to worry about. But if you remember everything else and forget this, then you will have done nothing with your life. We are left to discover the unique and irreplaceable seed that we are, and to develop it and to grow. It truly is, as Rumi says, we have been sent here with a task to do a particular work that is the purpose of our life. Two of my favorite New Thought musicians, Laura Berman and Gary Lynn Floyd, both have wonderful songs that are anthems about becoming who I came here to be. And that is the key phrase, discovering who I came here to be. There is intention and purpose to my life, and there is intention and purpose to your life. I discovered a wonderful idea this week preparing for this talk. And I don't know who said it first, but it's going to stay with me. They said, authenticity is the difference between performance and expression. Can you feel that? Authenticity is the difference between performance and expression. Performance is for others, but expression is for the self that is a divine being having a human experience. Discovering who we are and then being who we are is the most creative thing we will ever do in our life. When we listen and respond to our dreams, our intuitive nudges, then we dance with creation itself. Cause and effect, creative expression, inspired perception, and clear intention are for all of us, not just a few of us. When we perform for others, no matter how well we perform, it is always something to be graded and judged and compared. When we allow ourselves to be open to the discovery of our own authentic self, there is no comparison. How could there be? We are unique and irreplaceable individuals. I used that word allow just now. I said, when we allow ourselves to be open to discovery. Because I've said before, Spirit, God, does not force itself upon us. We first choose to discover that unique and irreplaceable seed inside us. We discover the dreams that are inside us. And then we have to continue to choose to nurture and grow into it. And whatever the mature vision turns out to be, it is a lifelong creative act. Expression is authentic because it comes from within. We're not trying to be like someone else or meet some socially approved goal. We just want to be who we really are. And isn't that what all of us want? Isn't it wonderful that the reason we are alive is to discover who we are, to live our dream? It might be easier to have someone else tell us who we are or who we should be, but that will never feel right. It will never feel like coming home. In the Science of Mind textbook, Ernest Holmes says, healing is not creating a perfect idea or a perfect body. It is revealing an idea which is already perfect. Each of us is and was a perfect idea in the mind of God, the mind of spirit, from the very beginning, from the Big Bang, from Genesis. This is how we were created. From that moment of creation, the ball is in our hands. We are completely at choice as to how we express that perfection. Linda Conley needs to be here. She loves a poem from Doug that has the recurring line, we are always at choice. Well, we are always at choice at how to express that perfection that's within us, how we open to our dream and express our authentic self. And as I said, it is a lifelong creative act, and it is one that the world needs. We must recognize that no one, including ourselves, is a random occurrence or without a greater truth to be realized. When we marshal our spiritual forces, we can solve big issues. We can answer big questions. When we vision for guidance and insights, we reveal magnificent ideas that both anchor us in faith and launch us into lives of meaning and passion. Now, it may well be that who we are is quirky, or that thing that seems to be the most us is something we are embarrassed about, or have always been told to change or not do. What if it turns out to be the very gift that Spirit placed within us to bless the world in ways unimaginable? We say it's all God, but do we really believe it? There's a new television show called How We Roll that is based on a true story of a man who was laid off from a manufacturing job and decided to go for his dream, to be a professional bowler. Yes, the game with the great big heavy ball and 9 pins. He has a wife and a child, so at one level, this makes no sense. But with his family's support, he becomes a successful pro bowler, and his passion, his joy, and his life are completely integrated. Living your authentic life does not have to be world-changing. It can be a simple thing, like bowling. Carl Jung taught us that the area of our greatest wound is potentially our greatest gift. And we all know wounded healers. I worked for psychologists for 30 years, and I can't tell you how many are in the field because of a family member who was not able to obtain the mental health care they needed. Same story with doctors and nurses. Sometimes we are the healing. Dr. Temple Grandin has a PhD in animal science from the University of Illinois and is a professor at Colorado State University. She has authored 6 books, including 2 bestsellers. She is autistic. She says, autism is part of who I am. Her life is an amazing example of how she revealed her wholeness rather than trying to heal what was frequently considered to be wrong with her. She is one of the top scientists in the humane livestock handling industry. Whoever knew there was, I think she created the humane livestock industry. Her disability is actually the gift that allowed Grandin to understand and translate animal behavior. She's changed livestock handling and influenced the entire industry. She's also inspired a movement to bring us neurotypicals more awareness and more understanding of people with autism and the gifts and the challenges of their lives. A life purpose can be so normal as to be almost invisible. My mother-in-law was not famous or well-educated and probably not well-known outside of her family. She was not perfect, and she did not have a perfect life. She had a child with a physical disability back in the 50s and 3 husbands, the last of which being quite a demanding but lovable rascal. She also had an abiding interest in watching and nurturing the individual personalities and lives of her children and her grandchildren. She told me once that she could hardly wait to see who her children would be. They were people to be discovered, not molded. She was completely comfortable with herself and loved unself-consciously. She also never criticized a child, nor actually did I ever hear her criticize anyone. She was an amazement to me as well as a model. She lived her authentic self, and her life had meaning and joy. I really miss her. But I can see her love in Doug and in our daughter. In summary, you are a creation of the divine, and your creation is no less powerful and no less important than the creation of the stars and the planets and the galaxies. In you is a one-of-a-kind, unique, and irreplaceable seed that is overflowing with possibilities. It is your work, your purpose, to discover and nurture that seed within you. Knowing what we love, what we care about, and what we are drawn to create, let me start that one again. Knowing what we love, what we care about, and what we are drawn to creates self-awareness. It's just a matter of paying attention. What do you love? What do you care about? What are you drawn to? That is the path to discovering who we are. When we know who we are, we realize that our purpose is not about livelihood, career, or job performance. Our purpose is to love. How we choose to express that love is our lifelong creative project. Little shifts can open the way to big discoveries. Our willingness in each moment to peel back the layers of ego protection and let go of the safety of doing what we have always done makes for a creative space. And within that creative space, we can discover and express our authentic self rather than simply perform the life we think we should live. All creation starts with yes. The yes we offer to being different, to being inexperienced and even innocent, opens us up to ways of being that are unfamiliar, yet filled with potential for greater aliveness and discovery. Our dreams are waiting for us to let them out into the world. Thank you. Now join with me in our treatment, a healing treatment. in the continuing awareness that there is only one. One amazing, creative presence that is filled with love and that creates like unto itself. So I am a creative being of possibility. I'm a being of love, as you are, as we all are, beings of love. And we are here now, in this time and place, to grow into our greatness, to be the love that our families, our friends, and the world needs. And we start from a place of absolute wholeness. And we bring this wholeness into the world. And I am so grateful that this is nothing that I have to create. It is my nature. It is the nature of the universe. And I'm here to play in this wonderful world. And so I give great thanks. And so it is. Now I've asked Ruth to let me introduce the song coming up, because I picked it for a very special reason. Most of us know the story of Susan Boyle. She was the Scottish woman who got discovered on, I guess, England's Got Talent, but she came out of nowhere with this amazing voice. And so we get to see frequently the result of that. And she and Michael Ball have a wonderful version of the song A Million Dreams that you can find the video on YouTube. But what I found was the behind the scenes video where we get to see that it's just not the two of them out there in front. There's a whole world of people behind them that are part of creating the incredibleness that they are. Look at the faces when it gets to it of the people in the choir. I just love them for their ordinariness. It reminds me and gives me hope of my ordinariness is part of my gift to the world, and it is yours. So please enjoy the making of this with Susan Boyle and Michael Ball.
Wow. Wow, that was wonderful. And now it's our offering time, and there's 3 great opportunities that you can donate to this wonderful saccsl.org. You could send a personal check shown on your screen, our address. You could go through Amazon. We get a little percentage if you put us in as your at a CSL, SAC CSL. And thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube audience, for your wonderful donations. We appreciate that so much. And if you'll join with me, stay muted as we say our abundance affirmation. Abiding by the law of circulation and in heartfelt gratitude, I affirm that I live in a creative and abundant universe that does continuously flows in, through, and out as me, expressing as the ever expanding infinite good. And so it is. And here's our latest news with Reverend Patricia VanWoerkom.
I'm back. And better than ever. Actually, the first announcement, I think, is about the Busy Hands, Warm Hearts. This is a twice-a-month gathering at the Annex where you can bring whatever project that you like. We've had rock painting, we've had mantra drawing. We've had the standard crochet and knit and needlework, but whatever your project is, whatever keeps your hands busy, come join us just for a couple of hours of warmth and conversation. Bring your own coffee or tea and join us on the second and fourth Mondays of the month, which happens to be tomorrow. It's the fourth Monday. We meet in person in a hybrid way at the Citrus Heights Community Center on the odd Sundays. That means the first, third, and fifth. And next Sunday is the first Sunday in May. So join us at the Citrus Heights Community Center, or if you can't, please join us on Zoom or YouTube. Every month or every quarter, we have a project set up by our social outreach committee. And this quarter, we are celebrating women's empowerment. And May being Mother's Day, it's kind of a combination of supporting mothers and healthy babies. Because if you have healthy mothers, then you're going to have healthy babies. And that's what we want to support, is that empowered women and the healthy babies. So you can make your donations directly to Women's Empowerment. If you do, please sure to put the name SCSL in the notes part of your check so they know that it's part of our project. Or you can donate through our website. And again, note that it's for Women's Empowerment. And at the end of the quarter, we'll write a single check to them, because they can use lots of stuff, but cash is the most flexible gift that we can donate to them, so they can use it for what they think is best to empower their women. And coming up, as part of our educational program, on Saturday, May 14th, which is not that far away, Reverend Sharon is going to be offering the Science of Mind as an all-day Zoom workshop. Quantum physics really is the science behind the science of mind. So if you have any kind of an interest in this, if you have a scientific bent to your mind, you will love this. And even if you don't, you'll get enough of it to understand how we can collapse reality into exactly where we are and what we want it to be. So please take advantage of it. And now, Margie, if you will unmute and come back to us.
And here's a beautiful affirmation for you to take home and put it on your refrigerator, on your cell, and just know it's with you every day. My dream is waiting for me to come true. My dream is waiting for me to come true. It is. And it is for you too. And with great gratitude for this beautiful service today, the message, the poetry, the music, and the production of it all. We're so grateful as we go home, or if we are home, just enjoy the day in gratitude. For our dreams do come true when we trust and we let go. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Join us for fellowship. And here's a very good day to have a good day.
Why does everybody in the world seem so divided? Why does everybody gotta hate each other? Who decided? If I took all the world's pride and all the world's money and wrapped it in a blanket and put it in a buggy, could you see that maybe that baby was just the same as you are? You know, it's never been easy. Every day for everybody ain't breezy. And I hope you realize when you look into another person's eyes, you know today would be a very good day just to have a good day. You know today would be a very good day just to have a good day. With a little more love and a little more laughter, a little more good vibes, less disaster. You know today would be a very good day, just to have a good day, all day long, all day long. Good days, please come more often. Everybody's in the streets out coughing. Smog in the air, gonna send you to your coffin. Plastic everywhere down there with the dolphins. Everybody was born to a mama, so everybody is connected like karma. So disconnect yourself from the drama. Everybody's trying to heal like trauma. You know it's never been easy. Every day for everybody ain't breezy. And I hope you realize when you look into another person's eyes, you know today will be a very good day, just to have a good day. You know today will be a very good day, just to have a good day. With a little more love and a little more laughter, a little more good vibes, less disaster. You know today would be a very good day, just to have a good day. And I say, hey, hey, put all my troubles to the side. And I say, hey, hey, thank God that we're alive. And I say, hey, hey, put all my troubles to the side. And I say, today would be a very good day, just to have a good day. With a little more love and a little more laughter, a little more good vibes, less disaster. You know today would be a very good day, just to have a good day, all day.